Let's take an honest look at Jamaica's Ackeem for his 2023 season. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, when you're ready, yep, good to go. Look, as a boy growing up off Washington Boulevard in Kingston, Jamaica, we used to race on the streets. We didn't have any parks, etc. So we used to race. And one of my fantasies was to be a 100-meter sprinter, a sprint star, a sprint sensation. But as I've matured and, gotten a little older, and particularly at this point in our sprint history, the last thing I would want to be is a Jamaican male sprinter in 2023. Because the truth is, the demands of the Jamaican public and fans of Jamaican track and field are so immense on Jamaican male sprinters more than anything else. I don't think I could handle the psychological needs for being a male sprinter. That being said, I have to concede that one of our favorites here at Peter Lloyd World is a young man by the name of Ackeem Blake. Now, the truth is, Ackeem Blake pretty much exploded on the sprint scene in 2022. I mean, we were aware of his existence prior to that, but he dipped below that vaunted sub 10 line last year and ended up running a spiffy personal best, legitimized personal best of 9.93, which is very, very impressive. So let's take an honest look at this young man. What are his chances to excel or not to excel for the 2023 season, according to myself and the team here at Peter Lloyd World? As of this recording, Ackeem Blake is 20 years of age. He should turn 21 on the 21st of January. He's Aquarian like myself, with personal best of 9.93 in 100 meters and a personal best of 20.83 in the 200 meters. This young man has shown a lot of spark. One of the reasons why and I hope you don't mind us talking over these videos because you've seen these videos 1,000 times. One of the primary reasons why we really were impressed with him was this race last year against the then world champion, Christian Coleman, where he pushed Coleman to the very line. I think this was Coleman's first sub 10 for the 2022 season. Why I was impressed with this particular race was that this was, I think, maybe his second primary international event. And he pushed two of the stalwarts to their absolute limit. In fact, I think I believe he beat, oh my goodness, people, the gentleman who came second at the World Championships for the United States, Marvin Bracey. I was very, very impressed with this particular run. He was absolutely fearless. And that's a very, very important factor. So I think psychologically, he shows no fear. Well, certainly at that point, and if that's worked on, Secondarily, he's with the Titans, and they seem to be doing a really, really good job with all of their athletes. Like I said, talking over these videos because you've seen all of them 100 times. This, of course, was the finals in the men's 100 meters at the National Stadium at the National Trials, where he ran his PB, his official PB of 9.93, coming third, I think, behind Johan Blake, of course, and Oblique Seville, three of our great hopefuls. But the thing for me, why I'm so impressed, and this, of course, is just my 2 cents. I mean, I'm starting it from right here, is that as I stated, his fearlessness against Christian Coleman in that race. People, that was like his second or third real international event, and he just showed no fear. That's a huge positive. Secondarily, his improvement in times, breaking that sub 10 and going all the way down to 9.93 in less than a year, is a very, very impressive win. Then, of course, there was this one in Bermuda where he won his first international event. This was at the NACET Championship, becoming the NACET 100-meter champion for the 2022 season. Getting something important under his belt and running consistent sub 10s throughout. Now, I am aware, as you are all aware, that Ackeem Blake did not get through to the finals at World Championships. But I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't think he would have. It was his absolute first year. But his capacity to be fierce, his capacity to improve speed, I think is a very, very two massively important factors. Plus the fact that he's with the Titans, and the Titans have worked wonders thus far for the athletes that they've been working with. He's a natural talent. Now, what are the drawbacks? The very same thing as the drawback. He's really just been running as a serious pro now for like a year, probably less than a year. And yes, he has made massive strides, but there are some other honesties that we have to deal with. There's an Oblique Seville, whose PB, I believe, is 9.85 or 9.86. That's a far cry from 9.93. Oblique Seville has been doing this for a little longer than he has, a little bit more experience internationally. And of course, Seville, as you know, made it to the finals and came fourth in the World Championships last year. Secondarily, it's the times, the people, the Marvin braces, the times that the Americans are running are really, really fast times. So for him to make an impact this year, he would have to be running in the 10.8, sorry, apologies, the 9.85s, at the very least, to make a real impact. You do remember that the race in the finals of World Championship was a fairly spiffy race. So the Americans do have a very formidable lineup, and there's some other amazing 100-meter runners out there. So the truth is, for him to make a real impact this year into 2024, he will have to shave his time down significantly. He will have to go from a 9.93 officially to somewhere around a 9.84, 83 to make a real global impact. Do I think he can do it? Actually, I do. I think he can do it. I mean, he made such a massive improvement in 1 year. I think he actually can. He just needs to fix a few things. Another one of the drawbacks that he has, he flails at the end of the race. What I mean is, he starts to overstride whenever he is not doing as well as he should. I think it's sort of a reflex gut action. It happened with him and Christian Coleman, and we've seen him do this throughout. He starts to lose form. That's what I mean is, in the last 10 to 5 meters of the race, he tends to lose form. So that has to do with just technique, working on improvement. And I think that he's with the right club. They are going to actually improve this. So these may be 4 small points: sheer determination, the very, very fact, these are the positives, that he was able to improve his time so massively in just 1 year. But of course, he's running against people who are running easily somewhere between 9.80 to 9.87. He has to get down to those numbers if he's going to make a real impact for 2023 to 2024. And like I said, a little more work on technique, which I think will come with proper coaching, which I know he does have, not properly, and he's doing the work, and with a little bit more international experience. Just like Oblique Seville didn't do very well in Tokyo, I think Ackeem Blake did even better than we expected. So we are big fans. We think that this young man has a great future in store should he remain healthy and mentally in the right place. Ackeem Blake, if you're watching this, we believe that you can be an amazing athlete. In fact, you already are. We believe that you can have even greater and more positive accomplishments. But we're just pointing out the pros and the cons. We don't want to get into it too deep because the video would be 5,000 minutes long. But we're just of the opinion that this young man has real talent. He's one to watch. And he's another reason why we here at Peter Lloyd World have consistently said that the previous problem with our Jamaican male sprinters has actually gone. I know that y'all are not very, very patient, but I believe with people like Ackeem Blake, we have solved this particular problem. So that is our most honest look in a concise way at Jamaica's Ackeem Blake. I think he has a great future ahead. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Your royals, kings and queens. Bless up!